Hi, 23rd of May, 2014, Friday. I was going to bed today, but circumstances changed, so I stayed in. Good day for betting? Well, it was and it wasn't. I should tell you now that 3 courses as usual. Running, Haydock, Yarmouth, and Goodwood. The very first race, 2 o'clock. Bit of a quandary here because actually I hope I can link at the end of this video the actual live demonstration I did. And basically, what had happened, because of non-runners, there's 10 in the race, and usually, as I say, we go for 2 to 3 across. But the 2 across was a 5 to 6 favourite. I never bet on odds on. The next one was a 7 to 1. But the actual favourite of the printout was a 5 to 1, which was in Sani, which Templegate picked. Now I know my system, if you have been following me, is that if it's a 10 or no, 3 horses or more up to 10, you go 2 and 3 in from the bottom of the page. I always try to show you. There. So 2 and 3 in from the bottom. I'll put from the bottom. That's where selections come from. That's why it's an easy system. No form involved. Slightly looking at the tipsters, use the sandpaper. See what they select. And I honestly thought I'd go on a bet on this race, and I bet on Insani and Cotton Club. And Insani was 5 to 1, and Cotton Club was 7 to 1. And it won. Insani came in. I was happy. I'm only doing lately £2 on the horse race, and just to show people, I think people might be scared of 5 guys and 10, just to show what you can make in the week. So I was off holiday. I came back till Tuesday really, so started betting Thursday and Friday this week, won both times. But I stopped. My principle is once I won, I stopped betting. You know, it's hard enough to win, to be honest with you, to win, you know, more than 1 or 2. Some days you could get 3 or 4, but you don't know. So this update is showing the Haydock. I tell you what happened today, because it is now 6:15 in the evening, 23rd of May, 2014, and I've looked through most of the results. And on Haydock, for the 2 o'clock, the next one was Yarmouth at 2:10. And to be honest with you, it had picked Jonah, I think it was 5 to 4. I don't think I'm going to bet on that, to be honest with you, but it did win in the system. You know, 5 to 4, whatever money you put on it, you win something, but to me it's not enough. But of course, if you're talking you've lost 5 races in a row, that could have been the one. I mean, it's under your discretion really. You want to go. To me, if it's not in it, don't bet, save your money. So anyway, the next one was 220, number 113 to 1. The next one, winner, you look at the race, was, yeah, it was a long bet, it was 340. There was a winner, Second one across, it was 85 to 40. And it was Lord Franklin, 40. And there was a lot of non-runners, so it moved along. The first two favourite, the first favourite and second favourite were non-runners. So I'll go to my glasses and do the small print. So it would have been, the favourite would have been Taro Tywood. We would have picked that because Dumpet were the first one in the list. It was Lord Franco and Hassan Ballard. It won 85 to 40, 2 point something. You know, that's why I say really, there's not one, you know, you've got to go for it then. The next winner, 340, was 435, is that 435? 435, that was a 3 to 1. And the biggest winner, there was one at 350 at a 4 to 1 Yama. The biggest winner of the day would have been the 450. And it's amazing, as you can see here, the 450. The non-runners, there's the 7 non-runners. And you squiggle off. Did you see the bottom one? Yeah, the bottom. The ones I marked across are the non-runners. And because my selections are from the bottom of that list, the squiggle off in there as well. And there was down to was 14 runners, and went down to 8 runners, which in the system is 2 and 4 across. And believe it or not, 2 and 3 across, tell a lie. Hollow Law won, which would have been the 3rd one across. And it came in at 14 to 1. You know, it's easy to say afterwards. But whether you had the bottle to keep it going until 450 would have been another question, because you didn't know that 14 to 1 was going to come in. But if you did have the bottle, you'd have won over £100, because obviously in the system is, you know, you would have won on a 4 if it was a 5 in a race. You would have won about 20, 30 quid the first race. If you kept on going, that would have been, what would have that been roughly? It would have been 1, 2, well, it would have been 2, over 4 for the winner, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. It would have been about 7 races that you never win. You would have had ones before it. You kept on going. So 7, if you think of it, 7 minus, say, 10 a race, it's £70 down. But you would have won previous races. You would have been completely 70 down overall. But £70 down to that point. 7 races, you would have won a 10 a race. So that's 70 points. Added to the pounds, that comes to 140 points. Right? Because every race that you want to bet on, you want to win £10. And you've also lost money trying to get those winners. So it's 140 points. The horse, that would be minimum £10 on that 14 to 1. But you would have another race, horse, tell a lie, which would have been, I think, say it was 10 to 1, I can't remember, it was 10 to 1. So you would have put like £15 on, because you want to, you've got to get tenner off it. So it would be £15 times 14, and then £15 plus times the 10 to 1. No, it would be £15 on each. Yeah, but £15 on each. £20 on the 10 to 1. So like, it would be £20 on the 10 to 1 and £15 on the 14 to 1. So if any of them come in, you would have covered all the losses, and I'm just trying to see now, calculate if it'll come up. Look at maths. Yes, look, it would have been 15 times 14. That would have been £210 minus the £70 we lost previously, minus the £20 on the other horse. We would have been up £120. That's what we'd won before. We would have won about, I was over £250, £120, £170 if we continued. So the system works. All I want you to do, if you've listened to this far, is consider how easy it is to select a horse. You're in form, just a little bit of looking at the tipsters. All you've got to do is look at the paper, or even go to the website and the horse racing website, and see what they show on paper, and select the, not the favourite, the second or third favourite along. If it's from a 3-horse race up to 10 horses. So 11 horses up to about 17, pick the third and fourth one across. If any of those that you're selecting become a favourite, as I just did today, I went the other way. I went back to number 1. The number 1 went from a favourite to the second or third favourite on the day of the bet-in. So this today went back to 5 to 1, and the selection I would have picked was odds-on favourite. You don't have to bet, but it just worked out today that if you don't bet, it's always that odds law. Because the first bet, the amount of money is nothing compared to the rest of the day. I made money today and I didn't lose. I would have won more, but who knows? I'm got a crystal ball. So we are betting. But this system, you've only got to win one race. Remember that. Only placing a bet on 2 horses. So you're putting the odds, you're stacking the odds for you. You could do 3 horses if you wanted to, and work out, one of those. If any of those wins, will give a profit, or one of them just makes what we've lost back. So you could toy around with the system, play around with it. As I said before, the idea is that do racing for about a week, see how the system works, see how it's a funny thing that statistically, for some reason, I don't know why, but second or third favourites on the day, from the crusade, come in on the day. And the other trick is, if you wanted to, and I've noticed, I did do this one time, once you've won, like today now, if I had picked the bottom of the listing, I think a couple will come in today at the bottom of good odds, 6 to 1 in the bag. Did anybody come in today? I guess it didn't. But you could make a pattern, make a chart up, and have a look at the pattern over the weeks that you are betting. Even if you just do my system in the beginning, make a chart up and put down the template pin, the sunspot. Do the tipsters win more? Make a little chart up, don't lose, just to do betting, make a chart up of the winners and losers and see what a pattern appears. You can always keep that for next year, when in May next year, the weather's quite the same, courses are quite the same, the pattern does appear, and that's what I'm my betting system's on is the patterns of some reason the second and third favourite come in, sometimes the fourth come in at big money. But there we are. We've won today. First race, 2 o'clock, a winner. So great. No racing. I know we'll be racing this weekend. Starting Monday afresh, should be a full week of racing. Just keep track. See how much. I'm going to make a list up of just doing £2 a day. I thought it'd be fun to do that, and see how much profit we could make by the end of the week. Now, hopefully, doing £2, £2 a day, £2 on the horses. We should win about 20. I should be winning about, after 5-day racing, I would think between £50 and £60. Some, you know, if you're home and got a pension, not got much money, you know, that can make up a big difference. £50 cash. You went to the bookies and did it. You know, £50 cash, just doing it systematically. You know, you could do this in the bookies. I do it on Betfair because the odds are usually higher. There's a bit of commission, obviously. But the other thing is that it greens up. If your maths aren't very good, and you're trying to work out, I've got a book somewhere showing how to do it, but you can look it up on the internet, of how to do a mathematical, something quick maths thing, of how to put money on both horses so they both win X amount of pounds. I'll have to look for that book. I did have it here before, with a search for it, and perhaps I can put that on an ebook somewhere, explain it on another video. But keep betting. There is money to be made. It's not a mug's game, because I've said before, if you've got £1,000 in the bank, and what do they offer you? In the ISAs, what do they offer you? You know, I call this trade-in really, because even with trading, even stocks trade, you're gambling anyway. But with this, you control of the money. You know, it's in the bookies, or in the books. The money's in your hand. You can stop it. You can get the money out straight away. You don't have to worry about will they pay out. Because Betfair and Marvellous, they'll pay out. And William Hill and all the other bookies are marvellous. Then you go to these other places of, I don't know, I've never done it, but I've horse racing. I love it. And not only that, it's something you can watch, you can enjoy. You can't enjoy a number going up and down all the time if you're doing trade-in. You know, it's nice to win. But even on my system, there's a stop loss. You know, if I do 8 races, there's 3 courses, and I think if I did up to 9 races or 10 races and I hadn't won, I would stop. Or if I was down £200, I would stop. Because there's always next. I know, like today now, there's a 450 race, 14 to 1. Well, we don't know. But you know, there's always another day for racing. And stop chasing. You know, just go the next day and start. You know, if you're down £200, I would put in the. I would advise, say I was down £200 on the Monday. I would divide that by 5, right? Divide it, that's £40. So I'd start off my points the next day with 40 points. I'd have to win 40 points at least. Well, 50 points, well, £10. You put 50 points down, so the minimum would be you've got to win 50. So on that day, if you did win the first race, you've won a minimum of £50. Right? You're chasing a bit. If you want to continue, then it's all profit if it comes in. So the next day, do another 40 points and do it for 5 days. And then there's the following, you know, comes Friday, following Monday, until you win for that £200 back. And it's very rare that you will have a day when it's bad racing. You will. Sod's law. Just keep an eye on it and keep betting.